Hello YouTube, this is Largo64 with a little something for the Poetry Corner. I mentioned when I first started the Poetry Corner that limericks were acceptable and that they should be probably no worse than PG-13. I think these will qualify. They're a little bit unusual, though, in that they are designed not only to be heard, but to be read, for reasons which will become obvious when you see a couple of them. I'm going to put the I'm going to add them onto here in writing too. I'm going to read them, but you're going to see them, so you'll see what I mean. They are based on such things as abbreviations and certain kinds of spelling, which add a different level to the humor. At least I'm hoping that it will. So to begin, and I wrote all of these, by the way, about 35 years ago. There was a young coed from Florida who would sit in a class till it bored her. Then she'd close both her eyes and heave very loud sighs, while the rest of the class just ignored her. A traveler arriving from Maine had a hell of a time on the train. Two rowdy young boys made such terrible noise, he thought they would drive him insane. The crafty embezzler's yacht was the handsomest thing that he'd bought, but the bank got the news of his forthcoming cruise, so the crafty embezzler got caught. A priest of a modernist clique fell into a terrible pique when the Pope said, "Don't wed." He answered and said, "But how else will I find what I seek?" Said a militant wounded knee Sioux to his council chief, "What can we do? The government's mighty as in 1890, and its treaties have never been true." Old Daedalus said with a sigh, "No matter it seems how I try to fit him with wings and mechanical things, I just can't make my Icarus fly." The movie fans stood in a queue, their sex kitten idol to view. Though the weather was brisk, they still took the risk, and many wound up with the flu. There was a young woman There was a young woman from Butte, whose husband, a mean, hulking brute, caught the lady in bed with a fellow named Jed, drew his gun and said, "Stop, or I'll shoot." A trapper named Alex Levesque took his girlfriend up north on a trek. When he tried to get rigid, the air was so frigid that all that got stiff was his neck. That's all of them. I think that last one might have been a little bit bluer than PG-13. I hope not too much. Thanks for watching.